You have any thoughts on Donald Trump?
No thoughts.
Is there anyone in particular that you're excited to meet?
Well, tell me, who are the performers?
You got Nicki Minaj, you got Ariana Grande.
Good.
Are you fans of either?
I think they're both terrific.
December 21st, 2025, one of the biggest, rappers in the world walks onto a stage at AmericaFest, the largest conservative conference in America, holding hands with the widow of a man who called her not a good mother for black girl, just a month before his death.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on, I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Nicki Minaj, MAGA rallying, praising Trump, condemning trans rights. If that sentence confused you, you're not alone. Her own fan base, the Barbz, are closing their fan accounts. Fans who defended her, for years, are saying that they don't recognize her anymore. And today, I'm not here to counsel anyone or defend anyone. I'm here simply because I want to trace back the timeline, lay out the facts, and try to understand what the hell happened to Nicki Minaj. Let me set the scene, Sunday, December 21st, 2025, Turning Point USA AmericaFest in Phoenix, Arizona. This is the first conference since the assassination of the founder Charlie Kirk in September. His widow, Erika Kirk, is now the CEO, and she brings out a surprise guest, Nicki Minaj. The crowd goes wild. Nicki walks out to super bass, holding Erika's hand, and then she starts talking. And what she said, I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president, He has given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and win. She calls Trump and JD Vance role models.
You have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president.
She mocks California Governor Gavin Newsom, using the nickname for him, New Scum.
Young man, don't be new scum.
And then the moment that shocked her LGBTQ plus fans the most is when she said, if you're born a boy, be a boy. Boys will be boys. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay.
Amen.
Boys will be boys. And there's nothing wrong with that.
The White House shares the clip, JD Vance shouted her out later that night. Conservative major celebrates and the internet explodes. But here's the twist. Nobody saw coming, Within hours, someone digs up old footage, a video of Charlie Kirk, the man whose memorial this conference was honoring, recorded before his death, saying this.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on, I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but
let that sink in, the founder of the organization publicly trashed Nicki. And now, just months after his death, his widow is parading her on stage like a trophy, Weird. If you know anything about Nicki Minaj, you know for sure about the Barbz. They are fierce, they are loyal, they will go to war for her in the comments, in the street, anywhere. But this time the Barbz are split.
Nicki Minaj, you have officially crossed the line. I am a longtime Barbz, so before any of the Barbz try to come at me and say that I'm a hater of Nicki. I don't like Nicki. I'm literally wearing the merch I got from going from her tour twice. Also a signed CD up there. Now, the only reason why I'm addressing this is because I had a few comments, and also I'm very much so a proud Barb. So the past year, it has been so hard to continue my support to Nicki Minaj because of the way she's supporting the current administration right now.
Fan accounts are closing. People who defended her through everything, the feuds, the controversies, the husband criminal record, all that are saying something. This is where I draw the line. But not everyone's mad, Some Barbs are doubling down. She's being courageous, she's speaking her truth. The left abandoned her first.
Yes, I am still a Barb. No, I don't care that she's a Trump supporter, MAGA Minaj. I do not care. I never knew her political views before, and now that I know him, still don't care. And the funny thing is y'all voted for him. She's with over half of the voting population.
And honestly, that's what makes this so complicated, because to understand how we got here, we need to go back. Way back. In 2019, Nicki Minaj announced she's married to Kenneth Petty, her childhood friend. Fans are confused because by the time she announced the marriage, the internet has already dug up Kenneth's past, and his past is heavy. 1994, at 16 years old, Kenneth Petty is arrested for attempted rape on Jennifer Hough, who was also 16 at the time. And 1995, he is convicted of first-degree attempted rape, assault, unlawful imprisonment, and criminal possession of a weapon. He serves nearly 4 years in prison and is registered as a sex offender for life. Now Nicki defends him, In 2019, she says he was wrongfully accused. She claims Jennifer Hough wanted to recant her statement but didn't want to risk 90 days in prison. But Jennifer Hough tells a different, very, very different story. 2021, Jennifer sues both Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj for harassment and intimidation. Her allegations, Nicki's team offered her something like $500,000 to recount her rape accusation. But when she refused, people show up at her house with something like $20,000 in cash. And she received threatening calls. People she believes were sent by Nicki and Kenneth tracked her down. She had to move 3 times out of fear for life. Nicki was eventually, removed from the lawsuit in 2022, but Kent's case is still ongoing, and it doesn't stop there. Okay, please, let me read it out for you because it's very, very interesting. In 2020, Kenneth is arrested for failing to register as a sex offender in California after moving there with Nicki. In 2023, he is sentenced to 120 days of house arrest for making threatening remarks toward Offset. Offset is Cardi B's husband at that time. In 2024, Nicki and Kenneth are ordered to pay $500,000 to a security guard in Germany whose jaw Kenneth allegedly broke. This is the man Nicki has chosen to defend publicly, repeatedly, aggressively, and it is not the only controversial relationship in her family. I remember in 2017, Nicki's brother, Nicki Minaj, is convicted of repeatedly sexually assaulting his 11-year-old stepdaughter. So when people ask, what happened to Nicki Minaj? This context matters. Nicki Minaj has always been controversial. That's the part of her brand. But over the years, a pattern has emerged. the feuds, Cardi B, physical altercation, Megan Thee Stallion, Remy Ma, Lil Kim, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Mariah Carey. And what is weird with her fan base, the Barbz, Nicki's fan base, is they don't just defend her, they attacked aggressively.
I think the Barbz just beat the Swifties as the craziest fan base ever because of what I'm about to show you right now. So I don't know the full context of it, but apparently this woman or her daughter, I think this woman was kind of like talking about Megan Thee Stallion, kind of putting her up, kind of talking shit about Nicki basically. She just posted this on Facebook. We came back from piano classes and my daughter's room was vandalized and they left this note. These Nicki fans are crazy. Just keep talking about Nicki. Pink Friday 2 out now. This is her daughter's room. Now, literally, and it says, who want to play with Nicki? Bro, people are commenting and putting, I never thought I could see a fan base worse than the Swifties. They need to understand Barbz are real people, not just bots on the screen. Anybody can get it. Now,
in 2024, Megan Thee Stallion's, late murder cemetery is doxed by Barbz, and security has to be ramped up. And Nicki, she encourages it. So how does someone, go from condemning Trump in 2018 to praising him on stage in 2025? How is it possible? My question is this really about being pushed around? Or is something else happening? From Obama to MAGA, from LGBTQ plus allied to if you're born a boy, be a boy, from, criticizing Trump to being celebrated by his administration, what happened to Nicki Minaj, I've shown you the timeline. You decide what it means. And I just want you to drop your thoughts below. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. I try my best to reply to all the comments. So I don't have anything else to say besides thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.